Hey class, it's Miss Parker again, back with another math video. Now this is for lesson 9.02. Now we're going to continue on, like in our last lesson, we were counting by tens and we were counting by hundreds, and that's exactly what we will be doing again with this one. This one is going to be a very short video. I do want to go through some things with you all, so then that way we can keep our flow going with going through this, okay? Now, I do want to, of course, make note that we will be focusing on in this lesson nothing but addition, 3-digit addition. Okay, so as you can see here, it says it's a day in the country, and we're going to use those methods that we've learned as far as counting by the tens and counting by the hundreds to help us get to our answer. Okay, so, and in this lesson, they do want you to use a number line. But do you have to use that number line? No, you do not. You do not have to use that number line. You can go right on in and start counting by, you can start counting by your tens and also counting by your hundreds. Okay. Make sure you are watching this video, hopefully you before you come see me in Zoom. If not, then I will remind you that you need to watch this video first, and then you are going to all work with me on a couple of these problems. Now let's look at the first one. 547 plus 300. Now, what are you going to do with those numbers? Okay. Now, I've always told you, sometimes if it's horizontal and you don't understand what you need to do, you need to try to flip that around so that it can look a lot better for you. Okay. So we're going to go 547 plus 300. Okay. Now, I do want to make note, if we are using a number line, and they're telling you, I'm going to show you two ways. Okay. Now, if you want to do your problem like this and you want to skip all those number lines, feel free, go ahead and do it. Remember, even though we're working with three numbers, are you going to start over here in the hundreds? No, you're going to make sure that you start your numbers in the ones place. So 7 plus 0 equals 7. 4 plus 0 equals 4. And 5 plus 3 equals 8. Okay. But if you do not understand exactly what you need to do, please pause this and rewind it and play it again. All right. So if you wanted to, for example, do this on a number line, okay, we can start at 40. Or we can actually start at 7. Okay. But this one we're gonna start at 40 because that would be easy. 40 plus 0 equals what? 4. And since we had 7 on that, 7 plus 0, okay. We already know that we are working with a 0. So do we need to, would you want to use the number line? You can if you want to work the big number. So we're at 500. And we need to get to 300. So we're going to count 1, 2, 3. So this is going to be 600, 700, 800. So we can jump 1, 2, 3. And that brings us to 800. Now we already know that we have 47. And we're going to do 800 plus, plus 47 equals 847. Okay. So let's go ahead and take a look at another one. Okay. So our answer here, oops, let me go back here. It's not going to let me. Let me bring this down so I can make this a little bit bigger for us. Okay, there we go. So it's going to be 847. All right. So let's take a look here at our second problem. 349 plus 200. There's two ways that we can do it. We can do 349 plus 200. And then we can do it like this. Or we can use our number line. See, since we already know this is zero, whatever number is zero equals that particular number, we're going to go ahead and we are going to jump right into doing our 300, 400, 500, 600, 700. Okay. So we know that we already know right here that this is 49 because we're going to bring, because 9 plus 4 minus 0 equals 4, and 3 plus 2 equals, that's what we're looking for, that hundreds. So we're going to start here on our number line right here, and we are going to jump over 2 places. 1, 2. Our magical number here is 500. So since we know that 300 plus 200 equals 500. All right. So we're going to go ahead and put our magical number right here. All right. So this is so easy. So you can go ahead and start looking at that next one there. 600 plus 400 equals what? Since we know, let's go ahead and get our number line down here. We're going to start this one off with 600 and just keep moving on. 800, 900, 1,000. Okay, so we already know that this is 58. We already know that's 58. So we've got to jump over 4 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that brings us to what? 1,000. All right, so we're already in the 1,000. So our new number is 1,058. Okay. You checking it? You checking it? All right. All right. So let me get a different color because I'm not feeling this color. Let me see if my green works good. My green doesn't work good either. So that marker in the garbage. All right. So I'm going to use this purple. Right. So I want us to take a look here. And you can look at your problem like this too. And this will most definitely help you. All right. So, all right, let me make it a little bigger. That's like stretching it. That's like really stretching it. All right. But some of you like, okay, so what do I do? Okay. 6 plus 4 equals 10. So once we get out of those, since there's no numbers left, like we're not going over here to the thousands on this side. We were in the hundreds for our 2 numbers. Since we got 10, we just put that 10 there. If you got 11, you would just put that 11 there. If you got 12 or anything higher than that, you would just put that number right on there. Okay. All right. Let's go on. So we're on another part. It's living in the city. All right. We got 632 plus 350. Okay. So we pull this down right here. If we were just to work this problem out, we wouldn't have any problem working this problem out, would we? No. Do we need to regroup for this number? Nope. So I want to flip my board over to the little dotted lines. And let me draw my number lines here. And I want to draw two of them because you can have more than one. You could be working with more than one number line. So we can start off with, since we're doing 632, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. Okay. So we can go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay. All right. Since we already know, we look on this side and we're looking in our ones place here. 2 plus 0 equals 2. Okay. So we were using our number line and we got 30 and 50. We start off at the 30 and we go up how many? 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which will be 80. So we already know that this right here will be 8. Okay. So now we move into our hundreds, right? We start off at 6 and we need to move up 3. 1, 2, 3. That's 9, right? That's 900. That brings us to 900. So our answer here, we started off, oops, upside down. We started out here with our tens and then we went and we hopped and we did our hundreds. Now, when we get back here, we're at, that's how you got to the answer 982. Okay, so that's how we got the 982. Now let's go ahead and I hope you are following along in your notebook so that you have an example. If at any point you need to pause it so that you can write some things down and then just come back. Just come back to the video. Now let's look at this one right here. Right. So we got 489 plus 220. All right. Let's go ahead. And you want to make sure you draw your number line. You can draw a number line for this one too. Go ahead and draw your number line. This could be for your tens. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Oops. 100. You can do the same here. Since we know that we are starting with 4, we can go 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. You can start off there. Okay. Since we already know 9 plus 0 equals 9, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So now we're working with 80 and 20. So we started off at 80, which is right here. And we jumped 1, 2 to 100. We know that that is how much? 10. So we got to regroup here. And we got to bring that one on over to the what place? To the hundreds place. So now we have how many tens up here? 5. So now we need to start off at 5 and then hop up how many? 2. 1, 2. So that brings us to 709. Okay. Now, if you do not understand this at any point, please stop what you are doing and rewind and play back again. Now, this last problem here, I want you to solve this problem by yourself. It is 519 plus 380. Okay. Now I want you to go ahead and do this problem yourself. Show me how you did it on a number line, as far as using your tens and also your hundreds number line. And you can stop this video and come see me in our Zoom. If you have any questions, just please let me know, okay? And I will see you soon.